and welcome to Animals Labs. Hope you've all been good. Today we're going to look at the dragon, second in our series of dungeons, mechanics, and how to go about fighting them. So the dragon is probably one of the easier dungeons. It has a few mechanics to it, but not really all that many. Most of the difficulty comes from dealing with the waves. So we're going to base ourselves on this wave 20. I thought we'd do a breakdown of all of the boss's abilities, what they do, how they go, what he does before we go into the breakdown of the teams. As with all bosses, he's immune to all hard crowd controls, so sleeps, stuns, fears, etc., etc. He has one skill which stuns all of you. This skill will be locked and hidden if the dragon takes enough damage, called Scorch, and you can identify about the turn before it's going off by a purple bar that goes along the top of his bar. Inhale, so this is the main skill, the one that leads into Scorch. He basically sits up on his back legs, reduces all his turn meter and gets prepared for his big damage. His main attack, which you'll see, comes in 2 poison buffs on your team, places weaken poison. It's actually quite strong. Not the main threat from this dragon, but it is pretty strong. And then his average attack is he places decreased attack when you attack someone. So the easiest way to deal with him, we'll just go through, watch, is trying to stack some poisons up. So this is the purple bar that we were talking about. If you can get rid of the purple bar before he does anything like that, comes back down and he'll probably do his second ability now. So yeah, you see he did this ability, the Wall of Fire, as opposed to his Scorch ability. And we have another 2 turns to kill him before it comes up again. And you can see we've been hit by the poison and weaken on him. But pretty sure this boss, as I say, is probably one of the easiest bosses. So when you build a team for Dragon, obviously you need to make sure that you're going through for his particular affinity, which means if you're fighting Force Affinity, Magic Affinity, or Spirit Affinity, make sure you have a tank that's capable of tanking this. In this case, at 20, I have the Seer combo, so the waves tend not to do anything. But if we were to remove them, probably good to have a Spirit tank in here. So I could move in someone, say like my Martyr, who's my Spirit tank, or we could have this guy in here. That will allow you to control them. You probably need a kind of reviver or healer type champion. Silver Drakes is amazing in this spot. You can't complain. You want a poisoner, so we use Frozen Banshee in this particular comp because that loads of poisons. You could use anyone who poisons. It's just because it's the easiest way of taking down the dragon. So we'll stick with him. You need a defense down slot, but this could be, Duck the Pierced, anyone who does AoE defense down. Try and stay away from Spirit in this case. I just use Tyrell, just defense or normally. Defense in all battles. It's a nice A1 that does stun damage to, attack down to the boss, and then his A3 can be useful in the waves. That you could probably pretty much do it with that kind of comp. If you want to add some AoE damage, be able to help you clear the waves faster. Normally the best way of going about doing it. Who do we have built who can do wave control? So I'm unfortunate. I try not to use legendaries, just to show you who I use, but let's pick one legendary to make this a little bit easier. Where's my man? So if I went to Tyrant, just because he does a HP ban on them, he's the correct affinity. As I say, you press start, you can watch this. It's the waves at the biggest deals. So you've got these 5 guys. Slow it down. This guy here, who's going to be a problem because he does the most damage, or one of these 2 marksmen, the APOF. Those guys are not too bad. And you're essentially, what you're just trying to do is just live through the damage. As you notice, when they attack the enemies, assuming that they're not stunned, because it is amazing, is they're going to attack, hopefully rush, get down. But this is how you build it. So you build, so you have the ultimate for the tank. You just go through the waves. Shout out to some of my clan who are talking clan chat there. And yeah, like that's pretty much it. He's easily the easiest of the bosses. Doesn't take too much. As I say, I use in my main team, I use a rare Frozen Banshee. She can be in your clan boss team. I'll show you how she's built. But they're not built too strongly like this general gear. One thing to note is when you go up to 24, 23, that kind of thing, the same tactic is still valid. All I would suggest is you try and have an attack down champion. Go through what I do is I can show you the end result of this, and I'll show you just a 24 or 25 run. Same team we use normally, how they go about beating that one. Yeah, poisons up, HP up, defense up, attack down up. Where you go. If you're lucky enough to have leech, you will secure it. But this is like an average team. My normal time is about 1 minute, but this is probably going to do it in like 2.5, 3 minutes. As I say, with all of these reviews, if you have any questions, please reach out either in the Discord, those of you in Juices Wild, or down below in the comments. Anything that I can do to help you, that's the aim of my channel, and that's what I would like to be able to offer to you people. There we go, you see, about 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So just a quick look at those champions before we go on to 25. Are they in the vault? I believe so, yes. Rush, Frozen Banshee. So Stills in a stun set. Again, mediocre stats at the minute, low speeds, no crit rate, crit damage. She's just got a high accuracy and a stun set. Built to show you guys now how we do this. Grush, not even got a banner. Again, mediocre speeds, 180 is the limit you want to add for. 3k defense, 36k as advised. She's in my clan boss team. Here, lifesteal, 290 accuracy, 207 speed, 30k HP. And I believe lastly was Tyrell, right? Oh yeah, so Tyrant could be your generic. Tyrant is built. He's bit. I used him recently in Faction 1, so he's still built real nice. But you want to get, kind of DPS values. And lastly, Tyrant. Now, as I keep telling all of you guys, as you in mid-tier starting off, lifesteal and speed sets is really all you need. Obviously, you'll change it up later on. 200 speed, 200 accuracy, and 30k health. So they're not geared amazingly well. They're just aimed at what we need to do for this. So I've just beefed up my team a little bit for 25. I unfortunately don't have a lot of champions built right now. I'm trying to focus on the faction ones, but this team I know will do this. Again, as I say, it's just some kind of wave control. Got Tormund here to do some crowd control on the enemy, but he could be anyone. Humble Enchantress, anyone who's going to do a significant portion of damage. Still of the Drakes again, yeah, she's wrong affinity, which is always good for this kind of content. I love my Marta. She's probably my favourite champion, as some of you already know. But she just goes in because she's going to be able to hold it, and then Tormund to give us AoE decrease Sorry, 2 more to give us decrease down, defense, and a little bit of poison extra on the boss. And yeah, this is a slightly slower comp, but you can see it's exactly the same process. I should note that my Tormund is in a stun set. If you had anyone like that who could do the stuns, then the enemy don't get to really go. Perfect situation. I'll come back to you after with the final result of this, just to show you what happened. So this is the boss going down. While this is going through, well, again, just some stats that you need to know. You probably want to about 210 speed in order to go ahead of this particular 25 boss. You want your tank needs to have 30k, 3k defense and about 30k HP minimum, and then you want everyone else to have the accuracy. I think it's about 250 in order to be able to land their debuffs. As you can see, 3 minutes 21, not too bad a team. You have the Seer combo or the Raul Thea combo, they can clear the waves really well on any of these stages and make much easier boss. So it's just a quick one today. I ask, as always, that you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Animals Labs. Take care.